bit of trouble with one of your horses tonight.
Yes, we did. Who told you?
Oh, I just picked it up.
I have an idea I've seen you somewhere before, Mr.
Machin, I'm Mr. Duncalf's clerk. You were at the office.
Oh, yes, of course, I remember. You dance very well, Mr. Machin.
Oh, really? As a matter of fact, it's the first time I've ever danced in my life. Except at Miss Earp's, you know.
Indeed.
She says it's the same in dancing as it is in life. It's the woman's duty to adapt herself to the man.
Does she? That's the most interesting thought.
Anyway, I soon picked it up. Dancing, I mean.
You pick things up easily, don't you?
Yes. You? Thank you, Countess.
Thank you, Mr. Machin. I enjoyed that.
There you are. Admire your cheek. What was she like to dance with? Oh, just the same as any other woman. What was she laughing at?
Ladies and gentlemen, take your partners for the Lancers.
Excuse me.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Why so glum and gloomy this fine sunny day?
Machin.
That's why. He was here when I got in, and I wasn't more than 5 minutes late.
Machin. Come in. Who invited you to the Countess's ball?
Who, sir?
Yes, who? Answer me.
I did.
You did.
Yes, I thought perhaps you'd forgotten to put my name on the list of invitations.
Oh, you did you? I suppose you thought I'd forgotten to put down that tailor chap, too. Shillitoe and Miss Earp. Well, what have you got to say for yourself?
Nothing.
Nothing. I suppose you fancy yourself dancing with your betters, eh?
Yes, don't you?
How dare you speak to me like that? I'd never to have employed you in the first place. A washerwoman's son. You haven't done an honest day's work since you've been here, nor ever likely to. Well, you can take a week's notice, do you understand? A week's notice. And clear up those documents and take them down to the vault. The lot.
It's no use. I intend to wait.
Ah, Mr. Duncalf, at last I find you in.
I'm extremely sorry, Mrs. Codlin, but I'm very busy just at the moment. If you'll make an appointment with my clerk...
I do not care to make an appointment. What I'm asking you to do when I've taken the trouble to drive into town to see you is to listen to what I have to say and perhaps remove your hat to do so.
My dear Mrs.
I am
Codlin,
aware
will you...
that I am not your most important client, but the property you manage for me and the rent you collect on my behalf are not insignificant, and surely entitle me
My
to the...
dear madam, will you...
Entitle me to the elementary courtesies, I was about to say, when you interrupted me. But I see that I'm mistaken.
Madam, if you care to place your interests in other hands, I shall be only too delighted to hand over all your papers on payment of my costs. And good morning to you.
Oh! Oh!
Mrs. Codlin.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Machin. If Duncalf sent you to apologize, you can save your breath.
Well, it's not that, Mrs. Codlin. There's something I want to explain.
Explain. I'm not used to being insulted, Mr. Machin.
Oh, I should think not, indeed.
It's too cruel. Just because I'm a widow with nobody to protect me, I'm spoken to like that. Well, let me tell you this. I'd take Mr. Duncalf at his word if there was anybody else I could trust, but I've heard such tales about rent collectors.
Well, that's what I want to talk to you about, Mrs. Codlin. I'll collect your rents for you if you like.
You?
You see, I've given him my notice. The fact is, Duncalf and I don't hit it off together.
But you're only
And what's more, I'll do it for 5% instead of 7.5%, and I'll settle accounts every month or week if you like, instead of once a quarter like he does.
Well, I don't know that 5%, did you say?
£3 rent, 6pence off the arrears. There you are, love.
10, 11, 3 bob. That's it. Ta-ra.
Ta-da. Well, you'll just have to go without your pint, won't you?
If it's rent you want, I've now for you.
Come now, Mrs. Hullins, that won't do. Here, take a pinch of tobacco. I'm not going without £0.50 at any rate.
Well, you'll be here for the better part of some time, then. I've told you about my son, Jack. He's been out of work 6 weeks. He starts today. He'll let you have some at Saturday.
It won't do, Mother. We can't have any more arrears, you know. The way you people go on. You're ruining poor Mrs. Codlin.
46 years have I lived in this here house.
And look what you owe. It's the bailiffs for you, I'm afraid.
Nay, nay, you'll not turn me out.
I'm sorry, Mother. It's the rent or the bailiffs, one or the other. Look, I'd hate to see you turned out of your home. I'll lend you £0.50 if you like, but I can't do it for nothing. You must pay me back next week and give me 3pence.
You're a queer un, Mr. Meechin.
Well, it's fair, isn't it? Now get your rent book. 3pence a week for £0.50, that's 10%. That's 40% per month and 500% over the year, you see, Mother? I've still got that £5 I won at the ball. And £5 at 10% per week, compound interest. Why, that's a fortune. There's lots of them hard up for the rent. It'll be doing them a kindness.
Supposing they won't pay you back?
Ah, they'll have to. You see, when they pay me the next rent, I won't mark it down in their books unless they're straight with me. Aren't you impressed? Come on, Joy. Come on.
You're Machin.
That's me.
My name's Calvert.
Oh, yes.
I've been hearing a lot about you. Gets the rents in and no nonsense. That's what old Mrs. Codlin tells me. Clears up the arrears, 5% settlement fee, right?
That's right.
Here's a list of my tenants in arrears. Get that lot cleared up. I might have something more for you. Right?
Right.
Good. I'll give you a week. What's the matter with him?
It's your stick. Hey!
Thank you, Ruth. Friday, then? Yes, Friday. Don't forget to practice your turns. I won't. Good afternoon, Mr. Machin.
Good afternoon, Nellie. Miss Cottrell. I like your hat.
Thank you.
How do you do, Miss Earp?
How do you do, Mr. Machen?
Can I come in a moment?
Please do. It's a long time since we've seen anything of one another, Mr. Machen.
Yes, it is.
Do sit down.